This video is called 67 is actually an insane number. I'm not watching this because of anything I've heard. It just, that number sounds cool. So let's watch, chat. Oh my gosh, and y'all already putting the kid's face in the chat. Yeah, it's cooked. All right, here we go.
Earlier this year, the numbers 6, 7 went viral.
This is so bad. The chat's gonna be so cooked during this video. Okay, chat, let's try and be normal for the whole video, okay? For the whole video, okay, never mind.
Earlier this year, the numbers 6, 7 went viral because this kid said it into a camera at a high school basketball game.
Dude, this looks like great. When we're talking about this, it looks like found footage. Like this picture looks like it's like the story of how this kid went missing or something like that.
I like keeping up with the latest and greatest in viral numbers, but I only recently encountered this one due to a resurgence of the meme, turning the iconic 6'7" kid into an SCP horror creature.
Bro, this kid, didn't they make a South Park episode? Like, this is like, remember we had the Hawk Tua girl, and now we have the 67 kid. Which one is more mainstream now? Like at its peak, Hawk Tua or 67? What's more what was the more mainstream? I feel like it's 67. I don't know. I feel like Hawk Tua did not get this big. I don't know if it was Hawk Tua. I won't lie. They made a South Park episode. That's kind of crazy. I don't know.
I was kind of hoping we could get a little bit further away from the previous favorite number of middle schoolers, but alas, I understand math nerds get very excited when a number gets popular for some reason. So if you've been consuming or producing...
Wait, is this guy actually is he actually a math YouTuber? Wait, that's actually what he does. The birthday paradox? Wait, what? Oh, bro, when he heard 6, 7 popping off, he probably scrambled to make a video, bro. This guy was ready. Oh my gosh, anytime what the freak? No one even okay.
I'm here as your hero. I've personally shouldered your burden of getting to know 67 a little bit more intimately. This is your formal introduction to 67 and what makes it such a special number. The first and most obvious fact putting 67 among math's eternal all-stars is that 67 is prime. This of course means that the only factors of 67...
Wait, what does prime mean again? Wait, prime, I know 1 is prime, 3 is prime, 5, 7. Prime just means it goes up by 2, like in odd, right? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Wait, what does prime mean? Wait, I have no idea what prime means. I fully forgot. Oh my God. I have not been in school.
Are 1 and 67 itself. In fact, if you write out a list of primes...
I was right. Oh, wait, but 15 isn't a prime. Wait, how's it work then? 2, 3, 5, 7. Is it? You can't divide it? Oh.
Find that 67 is the 19th prime number on the list. And
19 times 3 is 67.
19 itself is a prime number. This means that in fact, 67 isn't just prime, but super prime. That's because its position in the list of primes, namely 19, is itself a prime number. You probably don't think it can get much cooler than that, but check this out. If we take the 4 primes preceding 19 and 19 itself, let's add these numbers up and see what we get. Plus 13, plus 17, and plus 19. Look at that, it's 67. That is wild. 67 is the sum.
Wait, that's crazy. It's a super prime. This was all meant to happen.
Of 5 consecutive prime numbers. We've previously discussed how 2025 is a really cool year. It will be 2067 42 years from now, but if we go the other direction and rewind 67 years, we arrive in the year 1958 AD. Back then was right around the time the legendary Corn Popper toy was released.
Oh, don't tell me he's gonna say something crazy. He's gonna say that the creator of the toy died at 67 years old or something.
The year that the voice actor for Aaron Griffin from Gears of War 3 was born. And it was still 3 years before the first ever electronic desktop calculator would be.
No, he's gonna say something crazy.
And if you want to be immature, get 69 out of here. Because 67 is actually the middle of a sexy prime triplet.
Yo, what the frick? Sexy numbers exist? What are sexy numbers? Nah, I know for a fact teachers never taught y'all about sexy primes. I was never taught about sexy primes. Wait, no, 61's on the screen. No, chat. No, actually, no, you guys made this up. There's no way 61 is a number. I never heard about that until y'all started putting this emo. He's literally doing the 67 thing. Bro, no, don't tell me 73 is the next one. No, he's predicting it. No.
67 is prime, and 67 minus 6 is 61, which is also prime, and 67 plus 6 is 73, which is prime as well. These are all called sexy primes because they're 6 away from another prime, but they are consecutive sexy primes.
Alright, no. Is this a mathematician term, or a mathematician is just kind of freaky? I've never heard a math person talk about sexy numbers, ever. And that's like me saying like, oh bro, 256? Woo! Have you been looking at 256, bro? No. Yeah, okay, I'm done.
Them what mathematicians call a sexy prime triplet. Isn't that nice? While 6 up and 6 down both get us primes, the nearest possible primes would be 2 up and 2 down. But neither of these numbers turn out to be prime, making 67 what's called an isolated prime. How the turntables.
Isolated?
1 minute you're the middle of a sexy prime triplet, and the next you're isolated.
Bro, seems what the freak? We're talking about being isolated with numbers? Come on now. What are we talking about right now?
Like bad luck, but hold up. 67 isn't just prime and
chat. What do y'all think you're a sexy number or a isolated number?
Super prime. It's what we call.
Actually, you know what? Forget to ask that question.
A lucky prime. A lucky prime is, go figure, a lucky number that happens to be prime. The so-called lucky numbers are generated by a sieving process similar to the sieve of Eratosthenes. You start by writing out the numbers as far as you like, let's say all the way up to 100. Then 1 gets free admission as the first lucky number.
Wait, you're ignoring the pin? Are you a streamer? I don't get it. Is this like a multiple choice? Are you a streamer? What's B?
Very next number is 2. So what we do is, beginning at 1, eliminate every second number. So 1, 2, eliminate 2. 1, 2, eliminate 4, 1, 2, eliminate 6, eliminate 8, eliminate 8, 38, 2, 40, 50, 56, 57, 8, 4, 80, 90, 91. The next surviving number, and hence the next lucky number, is 3. Then, beginning at 1, we eliminate every third surviving number. So, count 1, 2, 3, 5 gets eliminated. 1, 2, 3, 11 gets eliminated.
Wait, who came up with this? Did he make up lucky numbers, or is this actually a real mathematical equation?
The next surviving number, and hence the next lucky number, is 7. Again, beginning at 1, we'll eliminate every 7th surviving number. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 19 is eliminated.
Don't tell me 61 survives.
And the next lucky number then is 9, so we'll eliminate every 9th surviving number, again beginning at 1.
61
so that means 27 gets eliminated, 57 gets eliminated, and 91 gets eliminated. So the next lucky number is 13, beginning at 1, we'll eliminate every 13th.
Oh, so these are lottery numbers.
Survivor. So goodbye 45, and goodbye 97. The next lucky number is 15, and this will cause us to eliminate 55. I also accidentally missed 85, which should have been eliminated earlier. Continuing this process will produce all of the lucky numbers, but it will not eliminate any more of the numbers in this list of 1 through 100. So every surviving number on this list
Johnny, I'm with you. I've never heard of
a
this.
Lucky number. Of course, most significant to us is that 60.
No way. So 67, if you go to the lottery, saying 67 is actually like a smart thing to say. Are you kidding me? It's oh, dude, people are gonna say forever. It's never gonna.
57 is on this list. So we see indeed it's a lucky number and it's a prime, hence it's a lucky prime. Of course, when you look at these lucky numbers, you can see that some are prime, like 3, 7, and 67, whereas some are not prime, like 99 and 69. And it's actually not known if there are finitely many or infinitely many lucky prime numbers. But here's a type of prime where we can say if there are infinite.
We just popped up the interstellar music, chat. Lock in, lock in. He's about to say something insane.
Prime numbers. But here's a type of prime where we can say if there are infinitely many or not. They're called Chen primes. A prime number P is called a Chen prime if P plus 2 is prime or semi-prime.
Wait, P! That's what the guy was donating before.
Semi-prime is like a number that's almost prime. It's a number that has exactly 2 prime factors. For example, 4, which has the 2 prime factors 2.
Oh, look at the way the ink, Chad. Look at the way the ink, like it's big. Chad, when he did the dot, look. Look at the dot. Watch. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, dude, look, it's so satisfying. Oh, you see, guys, see how like
2 and 2, or 39, which has the 2 prime factors 3 and 13. These numbers aren't prime, but they are semi-prime. So again, to determine if a prime number p is a Chen prime, you have to look at p plus 2. Of course, in the case of 67, that's 67 plus 2, which is the infamous 69. 69 is itself not prime, but it is semi-prime.
Milo, I know you're getting excited about sexy numbers and lucky numbers, but Milo, I need you to calm down. Lock in.
Because it is the product of exactly 2 prime factors, 3 and 23. Since 69 is semi-prime, we have that indeed 67 is a Chen prime. Chen primes, by the way, are named after Chinese mathematician Chen Jingrun.
Of course.
He proved what's known as Chen's theorem.
Oh my gosh. What is we watching, bro? We went from sexy numbers and isolated numbers to Chen's theorem. This guy made this up. Wait, I can make any theorem I want. I can just call something the Sammelot theorem, bro. My Sammelot theorem is that every number that is divisible by 5 is a smexy number. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on are smexy numbers.
And if you read through the theorem, you may recognize that.
What do you mean, of course? Wait, what do you mean, of course? I just said, of course, some guy. I said, of course, that it's based off someone's name. What?
Known as Chen's theorem. And if you read through the theorem, you may recognize that it's a weakened form of Goldbach's conjecture.
What? Who is Goldbach? You know, we have a guy. Chat, who is more important in history? Bach, the guy who did all the music, went crazy with music, or Goldbach, who said that even numbers greater than 2 is the sum of 2 primes? Who is more important in history? Let's be for real. Isn't Bach the guy who made music, right? Or am I tripping? Yeah, John Sebastian Bach. Goldbach because he's the golden version? Bro, come on now, bro. Chat, would y'all rather be friends with Sebastian Bach or Golden Bach? It's like different variants. It's like, you know how you have Golden Freddy and Normal Freddy? We got Golden Bach, Music Bach. There's probably another Bach that does like, I don't know, something else.
There's one of the oldest,
Golden Bach or Sebastian Bach?
and most famous unsolved problems of mathematics today. Back to 67, it isn't what we call a palindrome on account of the fact that 67 isn't the same as 76. But if we write 67 in base 5, we get the same as 76. But if we write 67 in base 5, we get 2, 3, 2, which is a palindrome. We could also write it in base 6. Sometimes this is called the scenery system, but that just makes me think of the word scenery, and I'd rather use a name that doesn't make me think of something totally unrelated. So in the sexamal system...
The what system?
Doesn't make me think of something totally unrelated. So in the sexamal system...
Hold on. This guy went from, I don't like to think of the word scenery because it's going off course, so let's talk about sexamal. Bro, come on. Be so for real. Like you did not just went off course. What does that even mean? Where'd you go?
Scenery system, but that just makes me think of the word scenery, and I'd rather use a name that doesn't make me think of something totally unrelated. So in the sexamal system, it is written 151, another palindrome. And 67 is the smallest number with this palindromic property in the 2 bases 5 and 6. Are you filled with warmth, hope, and glee yet, my friends?
What the freak? I don't even know what to think right now. Chen, do you guys think he made half this stuff up? Is Chen a real person? Is Gold Bach? Did he ever exist?
Thank you.
And 6. Are you filled with warmth, hope, and glee yet, my friends?
Chat, you guys, are you guys filled with glee? I'm not gonna lie, if he was my teacher though, he'd be tough though. He said, I like his voice. He's like satisfying.
People who always insist on using decimals make me sick. We could have 1/11, nice and simple, or we could have 0.0909090909 repeating.
Yeah, let's be honest, chat. We're what is this called?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh my God, fractions. We're all fraction people. Come on, decimals is ridiculous.
Bro, decimals are so much easier. Then you have something like 1/7. Or if you're a decimal guy, you just use a much easier 0.142857 repeating. Well, let me tell you this. No decimal guy is going to be brave enough to defend his stupid position when he encounters 1/67, which is 0.014925373134328358208955223880597, repeating a sequence of 33 digits. This is Subaya Sivasan Karana Rayana.
Oh my God, that's not a real. What? What? It wasn't even done saying his name when I paused the video.
Sequence of 33 digits. This is Subaya Sivasan Karana Rayana Pillai. He is the namesake of the numbers he studied, called the Pillai primes. A prime number P is a
my chair started floating.
number. This is Subaya Sivasan Karana.
His name was so long, he had to move the screen.
Pillai. He is the namesake of the numbers he studied, called the Pillai primes. A prime number P is a Pillai prime if there exists a positive integer n whose factorial is 1 less than a multiple of P.
Okay, but what is the point? Like, I understand, whoever invented 2 plus 2 and having numbers, that actually is useful. But when am I gonna use this? Okay, obviously I'm not gonna use it, but like, is an engineer gonna use this? Like, is it just information, or is it actually information that you can put into something? Like, does NASA use this specifically for like something in the engine? So like that one like gear can turn because of the Pillai prime? Like what is the reason?
But also, P is not one more than a multiple of n. So you can see that 67 is a Pillai prime because 18 factorial is 1 less than 95,500,000,000.
No, I gotta figure it out right now. Wait, hold up. What is it called? Pillai prime. Pillai prime. Hold up. When will I have to use Pillai prime? There is no common scenario in which you'll use it. It's a concept for number theory that's only used in context of advanced mathematics. The number theory has been subject for research like It's never gonna be useful. It's never gonna be useful. That's what it's saying. Sabai Savansa Karanya Pillai. There's actually no there's no use? Is that what it's saying? It's just theory? He was born in 1941. Oh wait, no, he wasn't born in 1941, but wait, it said he was studying from 1929 to 1941. Now show this some, wait, we gotta go back to Chen's theory or whatever it's called. Wait, what was it called? Chen theory? We're gonna just have 67 cool numbers saying all this. Oh! Wait! What? The asteroid 7681 Chengjing Run discovered. China issued an 80-cent postage stamp with the best gold block conjecture with a silhouette of Chen inequality. P 1/2 greater than 0. Oh my god! That's 2/3 of 1. Okay, I don't care. That's still crazy. I don't care. My research is done.
So you can see that 67 is a Pillai prime because 18 factorial is 1 less than 95,557,816,503,403 times 67. And 67 is not one more than a multiple of 18.
How did we get here?
And of course, we can't finish without mentioning that 67 is, in its essence, part of one of the most well-worn math jokes of all time. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Oh,
because 7 was a registered 6.
I'm unstable, I'm feeling arc to keep the cable cut and unsort the table. If Texas Instruments don't reply, I think this time it might be fatal. Which to sell my fake, cause I'm jaded. Hate the odds that I calculated. Press and pull and pray and push it all the way through the whole blue planet faded. Psychosomatic habits, why you so dramatic.
Nah, you know, W math teacher, he's gotta be a little quirky. I see you, bro. Nah, that was tough. All because some kids screamed 67 at a basketball game. And here we are, watching an 11-minute video. 2067 is in 42 years, but didn't mention that 42 is 6 times 7. 67 is the only number that if you subtract 5, it becomes 62. Okay, I'm done. Incredible. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was incredible. Chat,